Hey guys, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Today I wanted to share with you guys a little something that I feel like I get asked a lot, and that is, when do I find time to read? I would say anytime I mention that I'm reading something, someone always asks me, when do you find time to read? One of my best friends actually just asked me this. Hello, Allison. But I got Allison a book, and it's the book Desperate. I've talked about this book so many times. Like this, I need to make some commission off this book because I feel like I tell everybody about this book. Anyways, I got Allison this book, and I know she was concerned because she's like, when am I gonna read this? Allison has 5 kids. They are 6 and under, and so five kids, 6 and under. I mean, you do the math. She is super busy. The kids take up a lot of her time. All of her time. And so I think she was a little bit like, when am I gonna read this book? And spoiler alert, Allison finished the book. I got her this book like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know, but it was less than a month ago, and she finished the book. And so let me just give you that as some encouragement. If my friend Allison, that has 5 kids, 6 and under, can read a book that is this size, you can too. It all comes back to intentionality and getting off of our cell phones. I mean, let's just be real here. I didn't read books for the longest time. I used to be an avid reader when I was younger. When I was a teenager, I loved reading. I would soak up books. I loved getting knowledge and wisdom information. When I became a mom, I kind of just thought, oh, I'm just a mom. I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of free time. And I think it's easy to kind of develop that mindset in our society, like, oh, I'm just busy. I can't read. I can't sit down and read a book. But the reality is we sit down and scroll on our phones all the time, don't we? I mean, if our kids are sitting down having a snack and they don't need us, my instinct is to be like, oh, I'm not needed for a second. Let me pull out my phone and scroll through, you know, like, let me just like veg into my phone and see what everyone on Instagram is doing. And it's funny because we find time for that. I find time for that. We all make time for what we want, right? And sometimes we make time for things that we don't want, but we just make time for it because it's habit, right? I don't want to be an Instagram connoisseur, but the fact is sometimes I can make myself into that by constantly going on it. But if we are wanting to move past the stage of constantly needing to be distracted, if we're wanting to grow as people, filling our hearts and our minds with wisdom is important, right? There is not a ton of actual physical mentoring happening in our generation. So reading books from other moms, from women that have come before us, that are solid, that are good, concrete Christian women that are trying to raise their home up in the love and the admonition and the wisdom and truth of the Lord, that is important, friends. That is important. So if we can read that book, we can read those and get those words from them without physically having them sitting in front of us telling us, it is so important. It is so, so important. Some simple practical tips that I can give you guys. Wake up a little bit before your kids are. Get in a chapter. Maybe you don't wake up before your kids. Maybe you implement a routine, and this is something that we've done in our house. Maybe you get up, you all go downstairs, turn on a show for a half hour for the kids. It's not gonna kill them. Don't put on Caillou. All I'm gonna say is do not put Caillou on your show, because if you put Caillou on your TV, your kids will all turn into Caillou. And he is a complainer, and ain't nobody like Caillou. Anyways, just put something on your TV for your kids to watch that is good, you know? And for a half hour, get yourself some coffee, get yourself your book, and take advantage of that half an hour. It's not going to be perfect. You're probably gonna get interrupted, but it's the fact that you're being intentional about trying to do it. And before you know it, you will have finished a book. My kids love going on the trampoline, so we will all go outside. I'll bring Ingrid, I'll bring her little walker, her pack and play, put her in that. The kids are jumping on the trampoline, and I will sit in the chair right in front of the trampoline. They're happy for a second, and I can read for a second, you know? Take advantage of those moments. Do you guys have a quiet time during your day? I think that is so crucial, especially if you are a stay-at-home mom and you have little kids. It is so crucial. Like, my kids don't, actually the only one that naps right now is Ingrid. My 3, 4, and 5-year-olds do not nap, but we do quiet time every day because I need it. I need it and they need it. We just need some time to decompress and chill. During that quiet time, sometimes I'll read. You've got to pick life-giving stuff during that quiet time. You can't just always be filling yourself with social media or easy out stuff. Take advantage of the moments that you have and fill yourself with stuff that's going to be life-giving. Alright guys, so that's my video for today. As always, comment down below and chat with me. I would love to hear your experiences with trying to read or what works for you. Please always share the books that you've been loving down below because I love finding new books to read and just solid women that I can glean wisdom from. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time.